Here we are, one more again. Going to talk about this Paulo Costa versus Marvin Vettori coming up on that fight night. We'll jump right into it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, hashtag best bets once I hit 100 subscribers. That's how you enter to win a free UFC or Bellator hat. Let's jump on it. Okay, so Paulo Costa versus Marvin Vettori. So where does this leave us in this situation? I mean, you could break this down 100 different ways. But I think it comes down to some simple stuff. So we know Paulo from his last fight with Israel is he has trouble if he's standing still or going backwards. He needs to be always moving forward. The interesting thing about this is Marvin Vettori is also a bit of a buzzsaw himself. I'd classify him as a swarmer a bit, whereas Paulo, you could classify him as more of a polished brawler. There we go. There's the word I was looking for. So, and both of them are pressure fighters. So when you look at the way they're fighting, both of them are doing their best work basically when they're moving forward. And just stylistically, he's got a decent gas tank when he's in shape. He's gonna need to knock out Marvin. Marvin is going to he might try to grab a TKO or whatever, but he's gonna try to break Paulo. He's gonna try to put some pressure on him, a lot of volume, and he's gonna try to get this guy. That's how he's gonna try to get him out. It is what it is. This is how that breaks down. They're both gonna eat a lot of lead. We know Marvin's got a pretty decent chin. Paulo, I think his power is more something to worry about once he's moving forward. So, what are some of these intangibles, these situations? I mean, like, he's got an okay gas tank, Paulo, that is. Marvin's got a great gas tank. Mindset is an interesting thing. I'm not really a fan of both of their mindsets at this point. Marvin swears up and down to God that he won the Israel Adesanya fight, which maybe that's a good thing. Maybe, he did go all 5 rounds with Israel, and, he stayed in there. And he believes that he won that fight. Now, I've seen that fight a bunch of times. I don't think he won that fight at all. But he believes that he did. And the only reason I say that's not the greatest mindset at all is because he needs to make some adjustments if he gets another shot at Israel so that he could have a chance of actually beating him. Because he stayed in there, which is saying something because Mr. Paulo Costa did not stay in there. Didn't even make it out of the first round. Israel shut him down, put him out, turned him off. Now, that happens to fighters, right? Fighters get hit, fighters go out, you can't win them all. It is what it is. The issue is with Paulo's mindset is he's making a bunch of excuses on like why he lost. He drank too much wine, he didn't get enough sleep, so on and so such, is what it is. And, he made some more excuses, which I get it. It's a very emotional, it's a traumatic thing to lose, to be embarrassed like that, the way Israel embarrassed him a couple different ways after the fight. So I get it. It's very traumatic. You got knocked out. That's a trauma in itself. Okay, no judgment, not making fun of the guy or whatever. But it just goes to tell me, like, where's his mindset at? And that becomes an important part. So, not comfortable with Paulo's mindset. Marvin needs to make changes to beat Israel, but he might not need to make those changes to beat Paulo. If he can keep the pressure on, keep Paulo moving backwards, he can get away with this win. I mean, they're both going to get hit. It should be a war. If the best Paulo Costa shows up, I'm lean, and I appreciate his Muay Thai coach. He's got a great one. So Marvin, that is. So I'm thinking. I'm going Marvin Vettori on this, guys. Marvin's where I'm at. Marvin for the win. Marvin to get it done. Is what it is. Holla at your boy. I wouldn't call this a no-bet situation, although it can go either way. Paulo still got power. But I'm on Marvin Vettori. I'm going Marvin Vettori. And I think, it's reasonably a good decision. I really do. I think it's a bettable outcome if you so chose. It's not a lock, but I think it's there. All right, so like, subscribe, comment, hashtag best bet. Holla at your boy. I'm out.